Hey guys, this is Dave, and today I'm going to help you make your very own can-tab bracelet. For supplies, you need 2 strings of gimp that are roughly 1.5 feet long. You also need a piece of masking tape, or duct tape, or scotch tape, or anything that can give support to your gimp. But the tape is optional because you can make it without tape to hold it down, but it's easiest when you have a little bit of support. You also need 26 of these, so they call them soda tabs or pull tabs, but I call them can tabs because they're from cans. So yeah, now we're ready to start. Step 1. Take 3 of these tabs, put 2 of them in your hand like this. You see how this side's like that? Good. And now put the other one in the opposite direction. So now you have something that looks like a little bit like this. Now take a piece of gimp, thread it through the top hole, but make sure it goes through both of those can tabs, both of these, and then thread it through the bottom one up through the middle again. It should create something like that. So you can see how it's like that, and then if you flip it over, it looks like that. So it's like threaded nice with each other. Pull that tight, so like right there, and then do the same thing with the other side. Put it through the top, and then put it through the bottom again. So now you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Both sides look like that. Let me zoom in for you. It's just like that, something that looks exactly like that. Alright, step 2. Now that we have something that looks a little bit like this, we need to keep adding on. To add on, you go like this. You put another one the same direction as the way you're going, right under the gimp, but on top of the bottom tab. Now you thread it like you did before, through the bottom tab and through the top tab. So it creates something a little bit like that. And do the same with the other side. Alright, so now that you have the basics down, we just keep doing that until you use up all your tabs. So I'm just going to do that really quick for you. See, again, you put the tab under the gimp, and then you make sure you weave it together. It's a lot like weaving. I'm just doing this like almost as fast as I can. But with the bottom ones, you make sure you have to slide it under the tab, but over the gimp. So you can just go like that. And then poke it up through the bottom. And I think you got it. Make sure all the tabs are facing the same way. You see how all of the little crevices are on the same side? Maybe you can't because it's not zoomed in, but here, I'll do that for you. See how all the crevices are on the same side? You got to make sure you do that. Alright, let's keep it going. Eventually, after a while, you get the hang of it and you can go pretty fast. But for now, you might have to go slow. But you can like look at anything you want, slow or pause it on my phone. I'm gonna wait to respond to that until I finish this thing. Alright, so make sure to subscribe and like this, but comment if it's a bit confusing and I'll reply to you if you're having trouble. Okay? Because I'm like that. If you really need help and if you don't get what I'm doing in this video, like weaving it together and you don't understand, just like comment and I'll reply to you. Alright? Let's see. See, eventually you just get the little shape Alright, accidentally stopped the camera, but you know. Alright, continuing from where I went last time. You see how it looks like really clean and all the weaves are really good together. If you have like twists in it, you can just fix those really easily. And like I said before, just comment if you don't know what you're doing, and maybe a video response or something, like say you're stuck, video what you're doing and I'll tell you what to do. Alright? That'll be good. I only have a little bit more to go. And after this, I'll tell you how to tie it, and then I'll show you how to put it on if you don't know how to put it on. Like I'll just say now that you just slide it on, like, but you really gotta like push it on because sometimes it's tight. And if you're like sweaty or something, it's like it doesn't go over good. But if you really need to, you can like soap it up and slide it on because it makes it easier. But you usually don't have to do that. I've never had to do that with mine. Oh no. I put one on the wrong way. Here's a good example though. This is just an example, but this is what you do not want to do. Put them to the opposite way. And if you do that, you just gotta take it off like this. You just take them off until you're at the spot where you like forgot what to do and you messed up. You just go back and then make sure you put it the right way this time. Alright, then you should be good. You'll be good to go. And I do not have these things patented, so feel free to like make them for like a craft fair and like sell them. I sell them for about $2 to $3 each. So alright, so where we left off was you just got to make sure you don't put them the different ways because you want it all of them this way because it just looks neater and looks more professional. And also, like I said before, you could sell these if you wanted to, like at craft shows or whatever, because I'm just telling you how to do it. Alright, 4 tabs to go. And then I'll show you how to tie it. Oh, you might not even be able to see me doing it, but it doesn't really matter because you probably have the idea. Oh, messed up there. Two more. Like once you get good at this, you can do them in about 5 minutes. But I'd say the first time through, it would take about half an hour because you're just not used to it. But if you're someone who likes to weave stuff, then you'd be good at this. Last tab. Alright, next part, tying. Alright, tying. Rip that off, and I'll show you how to do this. You usually want to generally take the longer side and want to make it like this. But you're going to notice that the strings are under the bracelet. You're going to have to put the two together that you had at the beginning and the end and weave them both together. So you put it through the bottom and then pull it up. And then do the same thing for the other side. And make sure it's tight before you tie it. Now you're going to have something that looks like this with the bottom all like that. So they're both weaved together. Now you're going to take it and tie a square knot 4 times. So you just tie it like that. It would look something like that at the beginning. So you do that 4 times. And make sure to pull it really tight, but not so tight that you're going to break the gimp. A good tug for like 2 seconds would be alright. So yeah, now I have 4 square knots. At the end, it should look something like this. See how that's tied like that, sort of. Now you do the same thing with the other side, 4 square knots. And you could, yeah, like I said before, general pull would be good enough. Alright, it's tied. There's one last step. Because if you're selling them, who wants all this extra slack? So you basically go like this. You take scissors and you cut about half a centimeter of gimp away from the knot that you tied. Or a quarter of an inch for something. They're pretty much the same thing. Almost, I guess. I don't know. They are a quarter of an inch off. So now, it may look buggy, but it doesn't really get in the way too much. So, you just do that, and then pull it apart. And since this one's a small one, I can hardly get it on. But you just basically pull it on, and then you're good to go. Okay, hope you liked this tutorial. Subscribe for me, please. Thank you. Bye.